Do you want to be more outgoing? Let's talk about it. Superhuman. When I think of someone who's outgoing, I think of Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. Very confident, very outgoing. When his first movie came out, people fell in love with him immediately.
Please, it's not about me.
And why not? He's rich, he has cool cars, he has cool suits. He's a lot like Batman, if Batman weren't such a goth kid.
Probably never heard of it.
Now, Tony Stark has never been shy, but the character didn't have much personality until Robert Downey Jr. played the role. He kind of brought that unreserved attitude that a lot of us wish we had. And while none of us can actually be Iron Man, because none of us can afford it, geez, here are 3 things that you can do that might help you be a little more outgoing like Tony Stark. 1. Train like a Jedi. Decades ago in the US, there used to be this weird hysteria about kids getting kidnapped. They would put kids' faces on milk cartons. Every night the local news would say,
"It's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?"
They even produced these weird PSA videos warning us not to talk to strangers.
Hey kid, let's go to the arcade and play some video games. What do you say? Hey kid, how you doing? You know we're making a movie over there. You wanna go see it?
Hi! You're sure a cute kid. You know, I'm a professional photographer. Why don't you come on, hop in the car, I'll take your picture.
Wow. Okay, I know they're just actors, but they're also playing pedophiles, so I need to roast them a little bit. This guy looks like the kind of guy who uses the Pornhub share button, and this guy looks like he eventually died and became the crypt keeper. Wait, gotta add glasses. Yeah, see? Oh, there are some parts of this video that get real weird.
If you tell anybody about our little secret, I'll kill your dog.
Okay, what the hell? See? Alright. I'm getting off track. So we have these videos telling us not to talk to strangers, and then we grow up and guess what we have trouble doing? Talking to strangers. And part of being outgoing is being able to talk to people you don't really know. How do we get good at that? Practice. Everyone who's good at something trains. The Jedi's trained. Luke trained, Anakin trained, Rey trained. I'm sure Yoda didn't become a Jedi by smoking weed and playing Battlefront 2 all day. Now, there's a simple way to train, but it's kind of annoying to do. It's a method I call cashiers and waiters, which sounds like an off-brand version of Chutes and Ladders, but I promise you it's not. Cashiers and waiters goes something like this. Every time you come in contact with a cashier or a waiter, say something to them about anything other than the purchase you are making. Hey, nice hat. Worked here long? Do you think it's gonna rain today? How many ducks would it take to kill a full-grown rhinoceros? Now, don't launch into a long monologue, Shakespeare. Just say 1 or 2 sentences and then let them get back to their job. If they want to talk, they'll talk. The whole point of cashiers and waiters is to get you comfortable initiating conversation with a stranger, so you can see that it's really not all that bad. Now, despite what Hawaiian Shaq here wants you to believe, no one's gonna hurt your dog. For the most part, this really is the secret to being more outgoing. Just get comfortable talking to strangers. 2. Adjust your focus. Most of us know who Mary Poppins is. We've all seen the 1964 movie starring Julie Andrews, David Tomlinson, and Penis Van Homophobic Slur. It's about a magical nanny witch who shows up out of nowhere, helps a family out, and for some reason ends up being a total asshole to their kids.
Mary Poppins, don't you love us?
And what would happen to me, may I ask? If I loved all the children I said goodbye to?
This movie is so beloved, it's inspired death metal covers of some of their songs. Yes! And there's even a porn parody called Mary Pops In. Clever. Now, I haven't seen the parody, but I can guess how it ends. Now, I know the movie's called Mary Poppins, and Mary Poppins gets a lot of screen time, but if you think that movie is about Mary Poppins, you're watching it the wrong way.
I beg your pardon, are you ill?
The movie is really about the dad, Mr. Banks. He's the one who has an arc. He goes from a grumpy workaholic father to a grumpy workaholic father who's a little better with his kids. And when you watch the movie through the lens of it being his movie, it's actually a much better story. Now, in the real world, when we have conversations with people, we tend to put the focus on us, like the movie's about us. But no, just like Mary Poppins, you're watching the movie the wrong way. You're focused on the wrong character. Make it about them, the person you're talking to. Stop focusing on their opinion of you, start focusing on your opinion of them. When talking to new people, change your thought from, oh, I hope this person likes me, to, oh, I hope this person is interesting. So every time you're about to talk to someone new, ask yourself if you're going to find that person interesting. Make them the star. Take some pressure off you. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if that doesn't make sense or if you've already clicked away to watch Mary Pops in. 3. Positive blurting. One of the best movies Pixar has ever made is 2009's Up. And I will straight up jello wrestle anyone who disagrees. Come at me. Up is basically about a cranky old man who woke up one day and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna fly my house." And he did. Cranky old ass. Movie should have been called Up Yours. Fuck you, it's my house. Now, one of the best parts is when he meets Doug, the golden retriever. Now, I know not everyone likes dogs, but Doug is special. He has a collar on that allows him to talk.
Speak!
Hi there.
Now, you might wonder, wow, if a dog could talk, what would he say? Like, what is he gonna have long conversations with me about his favorite movies? Which I'm sure are Jurassic Park, Pulp Fiction, maybe 50 Shades of Greyhound. Come on, jokes, people. Oh no, not Doug. He just blurts out whatever's on his mind, like,
I have just met you, and I love you.
And
I can bark.
And of course,
Squirrel!
Now there's something amazing about the way he just blurts things out. Like he almost can't help it. Now Doug does what I like to call positive blurting, which I want you to practice, which is really just you blurting out your positive feelings to people. I really like your personality. You have a great car. You make a really good cheese dip. You hold hands like my dad. And most of the time, you'll get a thank you. People love compliments.
Well, thank you.
Now, don't mull it over for 5 minutes. Don't obsess over the right thing to say. If it's positive or nice, just blurt it out. There are 2 caveats though. 1, don't blurt out anything negative. That's not being outgoing. That's just being a dick. And 2, try and stay away from blurting out things about someone's body or about the way they look. Like, don't say things like,
Hi, you're sure a cute kid.
You're sure a cute kid.
even if you mean well, it can come across as kind of creepy. Now, if you accidentally say something wrong or awkward, then just blurt out an apology and move on. It'll be fine. Why do I want you to practice positive blurting? Because if you look at outgoing people, they can do this really well. And if you can get good at this, guess what? You're outgoing. I hope this helps. Guys, let me finish by saying this. You don't need to have an outgoing personality to have value as a person. According to one study, 40% of Americans consider themselves shy. So not having an outgoing personality is actually fairly normal. So you don't need to be outgoing. But I think it would be cool for the world to see a part of your personality that they might not normally get to see. A part of your personality that a lot of people might enjoy seeing. The world didn't fall in love with Tony Stark because he has cool cars and cool armor. They fell in love with the character because Robert Downey Jr. injected him with his outgoing personality. And maybe if you come out of your shell a little bit, you can be as influential in your world as he is in his. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you next Monday. I'm responding to comments on Facebook and Instagram, so you know what happened.
I'm gonna do what I do, no matter what you say. I'm living my life, ooh yay. I guess that every Superman has a doomsday. I'm living my life, ooh yay. I can take a loss, and I can handle rejection. I just wanna have an affair.